Hey guys, it is Kisame Unlimited.
And Yama.
And we finally have Yama in another video. And for the people that don't know who Yama is my Yu-Gi-Oh boyfriend. He is...
Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah, just Yu-Gi-Oh. Just Yu-Gi-Oh boyfriend. Alright, but personally this is a weekly topic video, and the weekly topic that I wanted to talk about is the best Yu-Gi-Oh deck for you. You and me both have been talking about this mainly because that's why I wanted to make this video, is because we both are... I don't want to throw you under the bus, but I am very indecisive with Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm like, it's very hard for me to stick with anything. So based off the title of this video, the title is based off of what's the best Yu-Gi-Oh deck for you. Personally, for the best Yu-Gi-Oh deck for me, it has to carry one of these three qualities. The one of the three qualities that it has to have is, one, the look. To me, it's all about the look. You have to have
good card art.
Yeah, good card art. Because to me, it's like if you appeal to me, you have to appeal to like my personality. I always felt like, you know, that's one thing that you like a lot in video games. You like to be able to put yourself in the realm of whatever game you're in.
Yeah, you want to feel like you have a not only just like you like what it is, but you have to feel like you can relate to it, or you have a personal connection, or you feel like you can do this role the best. And that's how I feel about video games. It makes the video game...
I know that you like to be a healer, you like to be a medic. You see,
it makes the game so much more enjoyable. So I think that's what Yu-Gi-Oh! I think it'll... If you really look at the card art and everything, and it makes you feel good about it, it makes the game that much more enjoyable. Regardless whether you win or lose, it makes it even feel better if you do lose. Because it's like, you're using this deck. You know what I mean?
The second thing for me for that would be win rate. For me, I have to have a good win ratio. Even if a deck really has like a good look, I have to have a good win.
No, I hear you.
I have to have good wins.
But why? Well, it's the reason you want the deck to have good wins. It's not because you want to be the best, but it's because
I want to be the best. I want to be the best, like no one ever was.
Okay, never mind. I mistook that.
It's just, you know what it is? It just, for me, I've had many decks in my past that I love their art, love the concept.
They're like Fables, right?
Like Fables and Crystal Beast. But the problem, because Crystal Beast appealed to me because as a youth, I looked at them and I'm like, oh my god, like, you have...
Well, I think, you know what I think it is? Because I like decks too, that like card arts and stuff that...
Like, you liked Gimmick Puppets, but Gimmick Puppets were horrible. Like,
yeah, but they're playable, I believe. I think they're playable, but there are some decks that I think are just unplayable. Like, Gimmick Puppets are, like... Well, like you said, Crystal Beast, like do they even have time to do what
it is? Crystal Beast have the potential to be used in a decent form, but the thing is with Crystal Beast is that like, if I ever looked up any build that like, don't play Rainbow Dragon, don't play Amethyst Cat, don't play Turtle, don't play like Cobalt Eagle, they're like, don't play Amber Mammoth, just play Sapphire Pegasus, Ruby Carbuncle, and like play like, I think like Topaz Tiger, and that's it. And it's like retarded, because my logic is, the concept is to play this dragon, and you're not playing the dragon. You're not putting all 7 of the rainbows together.
Maybe they'll make a better one. Maybe they'll make a better one.
Well, I've been preaching down that road for God knows. Now I'm playing Zark.
You know what's funny? Didn't they make a pendulum card for them?
Yes.
So, and aren't all of them supposed to be in the spell and trap card zones in order to make Rainbow Dragon?
Yes.
So now with the new mechanic, you can never do that, because you can't play the pendulums and that, because now the pendulums are going to be in.
Actually, you bring up a good point. I never thought about that.
So they killed something that's already dead, right?
Yeah, because now you can't.
They're like, here's this card to help them, but not really.
Because Crystal Beast would be like, oh, we go in the spell and trap card zone, but you could summon Rainbow Dragon if they're in the graveyard or on the field. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But for me, the thing that's really fucked up is, now that I thought about it, I'm like, now you can't really use Rainbow Ruins, because you need to have like, if you use the pendulum ones, now you can't use Rainbow Ruins to its fullest.
Yeah.
Now that you got me thinking about that. And the last thing for me when it comes to what a Yu-Gi-Oh deck has to have for me, and that is a good flow. For me, I have seen decks that have such a sloppy play style, and I cannot get behind it. Now, you see, that goes back to how I am, again, kind of with Stun, because Stun has a very, in my opinion, sloppy play style. I would never go out of my way to play something that would be like, set 4 trap cards and set 1 monster, or summon 1 monster that literally doesn't do anything. I think that's boring, and that doesn't have a good flow with me, because I'm not like that. I like to, well, like what you said, I like to play a game and like throw up on my field. I like to go
vomit.
I like to see like options. I like to see multiple plays.
Choices.
I like having multiple choices. But you see, that's the 3 things that I need to have in Yu-Gi-Oh! For me to walk away and say, that's a best deck for me. I need to have good art, good wins, and good flow. And for me, like a good example, like
Yeah.
You want to make fun of my win rate.
Win weight.
Win weight. I'm sorry, I have bad English. Now, getting in for myself, out of the 4 decks that I currently love playing, Constellars. I love the Constellar art, and I love the way that they flow with me. Their wins could be better, and I would appreciate a better win rate with them, but that's just me. Dynamis. I win enough. Their flow is good. I just am not crazy about their art. I was never crazy about the way.
Yeah, I think I always thought that's boring. I think.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not denying that they have a very boring art.
Because it's very like there it is.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's not. It's to me. It's like it's a robot dinosaur. That's what I thought it would look like.
No, you see, then goes to the Zark deck. The Zark deck, I really like the art of like all the magicians. I really like the concept of everything. The flow is what I think is my issue because I feel like my win rate is pretty good. I feel like the only thing I have an issue with is I feel like they have so many options. So yeah. So I feel like it's very easy to pick the wrong way.
There's a lot of options and there's a lot of decks like that, I think.
And then I would say for Fluffles, I feel like Fluffle/Frightfur, I have a good win rate with them and I do really like their look. I think the only problem I have with Fluffles is that I didn't get their flow very well. But I feel like
now you do.
Yeah, now I feel like I'm in like that good solid 3 with them. I feel like I'm doing pretty good. But I feel like that's why I feel like I'm so picky in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it has to carry over those 3 things.
2 out of the 3 to like actually like want to pick it up.
Well, yeah,
you know, and I think that's for a lot of people.
Now for you? Like, what would you say?
Well, card art, but we already touched upon that. You know, card art's a big thing for me.
I knew that you were really big into
I love card art. Here's the thing. If the card art isn't interesting, you know, it doesn't make it something that I won't play.
Yeah.
But it is a big... Because it's aesthetic for me. Like, when I play it, I want to look at it.
Yeah.
And I want to see it, and I want to say to myself, this is what I'm playing. This card is part of my deck that I'm using. You know what I'm saying?
Because that's why I feel like you like Sylvans so much.
Sylvans
have a really nice artwork.
I think they have a nice artwork. But you know what it is? It's all about opinions, too. Some people might think Sylvans' artwork is terrible. You know? So it's all about what you enjoy.
Yeah.
You know, a person, like for me, I like card art. So that's a big one for me. I like when the deck has effects that aren't, like, they had to, like, write and print this big to fit it on the card.
What do you mean?
Like, when the effect goes on and on and on and on. It's
like,
it's like, girl, just say special summon.
Like, so you're just, like, quick and simple. You're like...
It's not that I want it to be simple, because, of course, when you explore different elements, it's really fun. Because if every deck was just normal summon, special summon, that would be boring. That would suck, because you want uniqueness. But yeah. I think when the effect... When the effect is this big, I don't mind it. But when it's this big, there's a problem.
Like, I'm trying to think of a card that, like, really, like, goes...
Okay, the Cristrons, or whatever the fucking call is that what they're called?
Yeah.
I don't know what they're called. Cistrons. I was really interested in that deck. And then I looked at all the cards, and I felt like I took, like, hours reading their effects. Because, first off, I didn't get it. Because I'm not great at this game. Second off, I read it, and I'm like, why are they saying this? What does it mean? Does it mean it negates this one's effect? And they all have effects that, like, you know what I mean? It's just it confused the fuck out of me. And I wish someone can explain that to me.
For me personally, the only thing where I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh! Gets, like, so far out there for me is I felt like I never got more confused until they made the fucking pendulums. Because I was just like, so I have to know the pendulum effects, the monster effects, and this one has, like, 2 monster effects.
But you know what's funny? Like, that I actually got. Because they separated it well. They kind of put it in sections. So that I understood. I was like, okay, so only when it's the pendulum does this, only when I normal... Like, that I kind of understood.
Yeah.
But I'm talking when it's like, only if and only when this card is when this card, when you're only using this card...
This card cannot be normal summoned or special summoned or set.
And then if you dare to do this, you lose the game. And then if you do... Like, you know what I mean? It's like... And then if you XYZ with this card, then you destroy that XYZ monster, and its effects are negated, so why am I doing it? Like, you know what I mean? It's so... Like, I look at it, I'm like, just say... You can't do anything. You can only do this, and only allow that to be an option. Don't allow me to fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't... Yeah. You know what I mean? I just...
Cards are pretty, like, it's all over the place
it's so
nowadays.
And because there's so many broken cards that they don't want you to interact with, yeah. I'm assuming.
Well, they
which
have
I understand.
They can't really, like, let, like, certain cards, like, go without, like,
you can't let certain cards run wild, and I understand that. But there are certain things... Like, but I like that. I like when the effect is... It could be long. But to me, it needs to be understandable, and a lot of the time, they're not very understandable to me sometimes. But I'm new, still, I think.
You know what it is? I believe you have good knowledge of the game, and I feel like you've been on top of everything for like the past like year and a half. So the only thing I would say with you is trying. I feel like you just don't want to pick up a top deck that's just like relentless and rude.
Well, because a lot of the time, the top decks, like I look at it and I don't get it. I really don't get it. Like I'm like, you put this card with this card. And this card, but their effects say all this stuff about cards within their deck. So what am I supposed to do with? You know what I mean? I'm so confused.
Well, you're not. Well, I know that you're not a fan of like deck mixing. You like archetypes as a whole.
I do. I don't mind deck mixing if it's like I have a plant deck, but I'm gonna add like Global.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He ain't part of the archetype.
You don't want to throw. He's a plant. You don't want to throw like.
I don't want to say let me put a dragon
in
with these fairies. Like that doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Like.
I think I made a video about that a long time ago. I think it was like called like oh, damn I
no
forgot.
don't I know what it was called. Don't say the name.
Oh. Interracial deck fucking. Yes.
But I don't want to say that. But I don't mind if someone wants to take a whole bunch of things and they add like 2 cards or 3 like a few texts that make sense that don't look like it. Like Triclown in anything probably won't make sense unless it's a clown deck. But I don't mind it because I understand the whole point of what we're doing. Yeah. Or the Gem Knight Fusion,
with Garnet.
Yeah, I understand why we're doing it. Like if I had the chance to do that with
I'll never forget when I told you I was just like, why don't you throw Maxine in your deck? And you're like, I don't want Maxine. And I said, why? Because I said it's bugs and it's Sylvans and there are bugs.
I know.
In the forest.
I don't know if it was Sylvans. I think you said it about a different deck. But
no, I said it about Madoches because I was just like,
no, they're good at Madoches. They're good at Madoches.
No, I know, but I wanted to like say that. I was just like, but it's bugs, but the bugs in bakery.
That's why I put Tragodia in there because he's like the customer. No, I'm kidding.
Customer in the bakery. Well, actually, that's a good quality in Yu-Gi-Oh. What do you like more? Do you like decks that are like full of like a shit ton of monsters, or do you like the natural balance of like something like 15 to 20 monsters?
You know what's funny? I can roll with anything. I can roll with 30 monsters. I can roll with 5. You know what I mean?
Can you roll with a 60 card deck? No, I'm just me personally. I'll never get on board with that. I tried it with Light Storms. I still feel like it's like so like, ugh. Unless you draw that lawn mowing card, it's like it doesn't come natural. So for me, I wouldn't do it. I don't know if you know this.
I know.
Ain't that nice?
I see it all the time.
Boy, Frank, can you buy me a pop?
Again?
You made the video much more interesting, so I'm very grateful to that. So I hope that you guys all appreciated Yama being in this video.
And comment decks below that you think we should play based on our opinions.
Based off, they're like, well...
They're gonna be like, don't play.
Don't play. Like you girls be asking for too much.
Oh, she educated. Like.
So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Like the video if you haven't already. I am going to be tackling every Tuesday's weekly topics, so you guys could all stay tuned into hearing my awesome topics of the week. And other than that, I'm going to be uploading every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I'm going to go back to uploading on Sundays. Other than that, subscribe to the channel if you are new. I'm around.
Subscribe and keep up. And you know what? We love to hear your opinions.
Yep.
Please comment below.
Leave comments. I always
leave
like
comments.
To leave comments.
We love reading the comments. We know who you are. I can't name any usernames off the top of my head, but we know who you are.
My life is Libby.
She don't comment here.
She don't comment
here? She's not allowed here anymore.
Oh. That's a shame.
My life is Libby.
All right, see you guys later. Bye.